Good morning, Fillmore. I'm Agent Robledo with Diamond Realty, your host today for this episode of Good Morning Fillmore with KDTV. And I am joined with Miss Cynthia Frutos, the Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services in Fillmore Unified School District. How you doing, Cynthia?
I'm doing well, Adrian. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm blessed, and I'm too blessed to be stressed.
I
What
love
I like
it.
to say. So, Miss Cynthia, how are things going for you there?
They're going really well. Adrian, I've been here since August. I started in August. I didn't get a beginning of the year start, but since August, we've been working very hard in our educational services department to bring so many wonderful things to Fillmore Unified School District. And for me, it's exciting. Even though we returned from distance learning, so many months, a year and a half of distance learning, I mean, you cannot put a price on having the students and staff in front of you, walking around schools, walking into classrooms, and having children around. I mean, that's the energy, the hub, the spirit of our schools. And for those of us that are lifelong learners and educators, that's why we're here. So for me, it's exciting times here in Fillmore Unified, and I can't wait to see what the rest of the year brings for us.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, you can't put a price tag on that year missed. And I think a lot of people got to see who they really are. And that reminds me of a story of a student who he didn't want to go to class and he didn't want to do his work, but he took his SAT. And he took his SAT. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it. He gets his result and he scored one of the highest scores in his SAT. And this kid had no hope in himself. So, as soon as he got that score, he changed his habits. He changed who he talked to. He started going to classes. He started reading books. He started going above and beyond his potential. And this kid came on to be so successful in life. Well, 10 years down the road, the SAT board had made a mistake and they had messed up the scores. And his score actually was really low on his SAT. But his mental state told him he was smart. So I really love that the potential that kids have. And I think a lot of students realize that now. If you could just have the potential you have of being successful, you're more almost there. You're already there.
That's so true, Adrian. And thank you for sharing that story. It's the mindset of not only being ready for school. Are we creating a welcoming environment? What are we doing to inspire our students to make them feel like you can do this? To make
Right.
them know that we believe in you. It goes beyond the academics. We're teaching the whole child, and part of, to your point, the story that you made is what are those other pieces as educators that we can utilize to inspire our youth, inspire our children to
Mhm.
achieve
Yes.
achieve their dreams.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Because you guys have the hardest job because teaching students, it's not like the military. You just can't teach them all the same thing all at the same time. No, it's very different. You can't teach a fish how to climb a tree. So they each have their own specialty.
Well, that's right, and that's the beauty about educators is that we can differentiate instruction to meet different needs of all of our students. And yes, I agree. Teaching is hard, and hats off to our wonderful teachers. I'm married to a teacher. My husband's a fourth grade teacher. I was a teacher for 12 years, and it is a very difficult task, but one that's rewarding. It's a calling. I always say that it's a calling because your passion when it comes to education comes from what inspiration, what can I do, my experiences, in addition to my training, to
Right.
enhance the lives of each of these little ones sitting
Yeah.
before me, or big ones, right? If you're at high school level.
Right. Yeah. And I remember talking to Christine and I told her, a doctor can save a life, but a teacher can reach out and, touch a kid's life and turn it around. So I'm really glad to see not only principles like that being applied in teachers, but actually teachers coming up and being assistant superintendents and still being involved because the knowledge they learn from the ground up just keeps building and betters the students.
That's right, Adrian. And it's a full team effort because it's not only that teacher in the classroom, it's our principals, our leadership, and our classified staff who make sure that everything is ready so that classroom, when it's open, the school's open. I mean, there were a lot of hands that got to that place before a child or a staff member ever walked on campus. So also a shout out to our classified staff, because it's a full team effort, and the
Yeah.
community support in our families. That's another thing. You know, we're very lucky here in Fillmore to have a small community where we
Mhm.
all know each other, where we all have either grown up with one another or our kids have played sports with one another. And even if you're new to Fillmore, it's a very welcoming town, and that family community support is huge in
Oh
the
yeah.
success of our students.
Yes, yes, the unspoken heroes. We do appreciate everything they do. The janitors, the assistants, everyone, interns.
That's
But
right.
yeah, I know coming up though, we have the kindergarten coming up and enrollments coming around. So if I had a kindergarten student, what should I be doing? What should I be expecting? What should I be preparing for them?
Thank you for asking that. Well, we are promoting a big transitional kinder and kindergarten registration. And normally that happens in the spring, mid-spring, late spring. But this year we've decided to accelerate it, and that'll be February 28th through March 4th. We will be
Wow.
pushing out, yes, we're going to push out a lot of promotional information so that we can provide information on how to come in and register. So let me give you a little piece of that right now, a sneak peek.
Okay.
So between that week, our teams are working hard to have our packets ready to go so that our families can drive through. Each one of our elementary sites will have drive-through dates. We have March 1st for Mountain Vista. So if you're in that boundary of Mountain Vista, look out for March 1st. On March 1st as well, our Piru elementary staff will be outside of their schools. And this is all going to occur between the hours of 3 and 6, because we want to make sure that we capture our families that are working until 5 o'clock. We're going to stay open a little bit later for them as well. And then on March 2nd, we have Rio Vista, and March 3rd, San Cayetano. And then the following date, the 4th, all school sites will be open. But during that time, what parents can prepare for is to come through between 3 and 6. It's a drive-through. You don't even
Oh
have to
wow.
get out of your car. We'll have some signs set up outside and some staff. All you have to do is pull in, pick up a packet, and that packet will have all of those required documents that our families will need to fill out. Then we have these beautiful, nice big still boxes outside of our schools with a little flap to enter your
Okay.
packets once they're completed. And in that packet, you'll notice it'll have basic information on family information. There are some required documents that we are required to have, like immunization records and
Right. Okay.
like
Yes.
other records. But what we were trying to do, Adrian, is make it as simple as possible for our families. And during that week, our staff will be out there, office staff, including administrators, to
Wow.
answer any questions that parents have. And
That's awesome.
yes, it is. And we're very excited because, again, you know, our job is to serve the community, and part of that we're recognizing. Let's stay open a little bit after hours. Let's make sure we have a drive-through, because sometimes parents are really exhausted after work, and if we can make it that much easier for them to drive through, pick up their packet, drop it off afterwards, and be available
Right.
for phone calls and questions, that's what we're here for, to promote that
Oh yeah. And where's this drive-through going to be at?
at every one of our elementary school sites. And so
Wow.
the dates that I gave out, and we're creating this huge marketing piece, everyone in the 93015 zip code here in Fillmore, as well as Bardsdale and Piru. We can't forget our wonderful Piru families, Familias de Piru. We will be sending out a postcard with the information that I just briefly described to everyone, so that they can have that
Wow.
postcard, English one side, Spanish on the other. Put it up on your refrigerator so that you don't forget when that drive-through date is. But that's okay, because some people may not be available, whether it's because they are working or they're on, unfortunately now we're dealing with quarantine and isolation. Our sites are committed to staying open and reminding, we'll be sending out reminders for parents who couldn't make it that week, other days of the week that they can come out. But I mean, we're just very excited to promote that, to make sure that our families in Fillmore know that kinder registration and TK registration will happen during that week. And I love how you said it, Adrian. What did you call them? Kindergartners?
Kindergarten. That's how my uncle says it. You're going to kindergarten.
Love it.
Yeah, but that's a long time, and that's really cool. Every single elementary school, and I believe you said February 28th to March 2nd. Is that right?
Through March 4th.
March 4th. Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that's a long time.
So
And
February
that's really
28th,
easy.
actually.
Registering your kindergarten student, never been easier. Just go through the drive-through and sign the paperwork and see you later. No.
Well, and the see you later is a warm handoff, right? It's a warm
Right.
way, and you know, we figure why not make it easy? Let's utilize those strategies that these places, like these fast food places, have created. Get them in, get them out, and let's accommodate families. That's what we're here
Yeah.
for in Fillmore. Let's accommodate the needs of our families.
Yeah. Fillmore's really good at that. Everyone pulling together, getting their minds together, really good at that. Yes. So I see that book behind you, The Principal. Have you read that book?
Yes, I have. The principal, Michael Fullen, is one of my favorite authors, an educational author on educational leadership and how we shift, how we can create change. And doesn't mean that you have to be a site principal to create that change. This one is specified more for leadership. However, you know, these are the concepts that you can utilize for everyone, whether you're a
Right.
teacher, a classified employee. It's that mind shift. You're a change agent. Every person has that ability to change. I love the quote that you had mentioned to our superintendent, and you brought it up earlier. Every person in education has that power to make change, to create. We are all the system. We are all the district,
Yeah.
and all of us are the success of the district, and all of us
Yeah.
are here to ensure that our students have what they need to be prepared. And that's whether it's college or career readiness, that's what we're here
Right.
for. And we all have that power to do so, Adrian. And thank you for noticing that. Next to that, I don't know if you caught Fernando Valenzuela as well.
Yeah. I see him. He's got a smile at me. No, no, but yeah, yeah, I really love the different styles of leadership when it comes into play for students. Yeah, that really comes in handy.
Right.
But
And then that also you know, what about our coaches as well that are coaching our kids out there on the
right.
field, teaching them those important skill sets?
Oh yeah.
You know, it just goes beyond the classroom.
Right. You guys are, in a way, you're prepping the real next generation. No pressure, but that's what it is. And you guys are doing a fantastic job here at Fillmore Unified, and I think uh, Fillmore recognizes good outcomes and good leadership, and we definitely recognize that in Fillmore Unified School District. So we want to give appreciation and gratitude for all you guys working hard and for the unsung heroes. But I think that's everything we're going to talk about for now. I'm going to go ahead and wrap us up and close this up for us. And it's been a pleasure talking with you. Cynthia, do you have any other remarks that you'd like to mention?
I would. Let's not forget, if you don't mind, I'd like to promote our, and I'm saying let's not forget to everybody who's listening here, our preschool. We are doing an earlier preschool registration this week and the rest of the month of February because we've accelerated our TK transitional kinder and our kindergarten registration. We're also accelerating our preschool registration. I'm not sure if you're aware, Adrian, but we have a preschool at all of our elementary sites. And we
Oh, wow.
accept children as young as 2.9, which is 2 years and 9 months, to 3 years of age. And so if you're interested in any of the preschool registration information, please contact, you can contact the Educational Services Department here in Fillmore, 524-6036, or you can contact the learning director, and that's the director, Lorena Ramos, and her wonderful assistant, Amelia Dominguez, and they can be reached at 524-8311. I have a little cheat sheet right here in front of me. But we're really excited to promote our preschool because with transitional kinder, we will start taking 4-year-olds beginning, if your child turns 4 by June 2nd, we have made the decision to go ahead of what California Department of Education is recommending. We will be accepting 4-year-olds if they turn 4 by June 2nd for a transitional kinder, and that means we're going to have more space in our preschool program. So I wanted to put that out there for everyone who's looking for options for their children. Research shows we get them into preschool programs, transitional kinder programs earlier. They have a high success rate. They will be able to, we'll promote that early literacy. We'll be able to assist them with those basic skills, even if it's those fine motor skills on how to move those little fingers that'll help them hold that pencil and pen as they and type. But we want to make sure that we capture that information so we get our students in earlier and, you know, have our family stay in town. You don't have to drive up that hill.
Right.
You don't have to drive down the highway. We've got quality programs here in Fillmore that'll help your families, help our families from preschool through 12th grade. And then we're also running an adult education program for those who probably didn't get a chance to finish high school for whatever that reason is. We have those opportunities for everyone as well. So no reason to leave Fillmore Unified. Stay here in town because we have these wonderful high quality programs for everyone.
Yes, I love it. Yes, you guys do. And Fillmore's definitely on the move. Everything education. Oops.
Be careful.
Yeah. You guys see my laptop was on the move because it was so excited just, you know, about this all education. Couldn't believe it.
Well, I'm excited to be here with you, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to promote what we're doing in this wonderful district, in this wonderful community, for this wonderful city.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cynthia. Alrighty. Well, thank you all for joining and listening to this episode of Good Morning Fillmore with Miss Cynthia Frutos. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
All right. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Appreciate you. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, or you'd like to be on the show. Feel free to contact KDYTV at their email or their website, or feel free to contact me at my phone number, which is 805-850-2615. Thank you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.